Hi there, Chris and Ken from IPD, and we're really excited to talk about the launch of our new IPD 4T4 Turbo. 4T4 signifying the 44 pound per minute compressor wheel. This is the first true bolt-in turbocharger developed for the proprietary exhaust housing and mounting surfaces for the 2004 to 2007 S60 and V70R models. What we're going to do is we're going to compare our new turbocharger to the K24 that comes stock on those specific vehicles.
What we mean when we say bolt-in is that Volvo uses a lot of proprietary situations with the install of their turbo. The flame ring on the inside on our turbo is the same as the one that's on the Volvo factory turbo. So if you have a performance downpipe on your car already, you can reuse the same performance downpipe with our turbo. The exhaust manifold, there are people out there selling turbo kits which will require you to remove your exhaust manifold and machine the surface of the manifold so you can properly bolt up a turbo. This is a major undertaking and frequently results in seized studs and broken hardware and can make the project much harder. However, this turbo is designed to bolt directly onto the factory manifold. You do not even need to remove your exhaust manifold. The same thing is true of the intake. This intake snout is designed to fit with whatever you were using with the stock turbo on your car already. So if you had an upgraded intake on the car, you don't need to replace it again. It will work with this turbo.
One of the main differences between our turbocharger and the factory K24 turbocharger is that our turbo does not integrate the compressor bypass valve, as you would find on the K24. Normally found on hybrid or larger turbochargers, they won't have an integrated CBV. That's why IPD's already developed an external bypass within our boostability kit. We have upgraded inlet tubes for the turbocharger. We have upgraded over-the-engine pipes along with bosses that will help you integrate an external diverter valve. That is one thing that you will have to install or provide for this turbocharger when adding this to your S60 or V70R model. Now, when IPD decided to manufacture our own turbocharger, we left nothing on the table. Everything about this turbo is completely custom and unique, specific for the Volvo S60R and V70R models. We make our own exhaust housings, our own compressor covers. Everything about this is completely brand new. We're not using cores. We're not doing a hybrid out of the old K24. I'll let Ken talk a little bit about the specifics and why this turbocharger is superior to anything else out on the market right now.
Every part of this process has taken special steps. This is a from-scratch stainless steel housing. It's not a modified housing from another vehicle. We're using a ball bearing turbo. We have billet wheels which are specifically manufactured for this purpose. We're using our own billet wastegate actuator, and we've made our own compressor side housing as well, so it bolts up correctly with all the components in your car. Let's talk about some of the common flaws in the K24 turbo that's used on these cars from the factory. One of the things that they're notorious for is the crack that develops between the wastegate and the rest of the exhaust housing, and this one has quite a large crack in it. We also noticed when we took this one apart, you can probably actually see it here, that this V-band flange, which locates your over-the-engine pipe, is off-center to the actual outlet from the turbo, which means you're not going to get very good flow from this turbo out to your intercooler.
You'll see people in the market where they'll take the factory K24 turbocharger and they'll machine the factory exhaust housing so it can incorporate a larger exhaust wheel for higher flow capacity. Now what happens is you're going to get a lot more heat with that. You've got thinner material, you're taking away material from an already cracking exhaust housing and actually setting yourself up for even bigger failure. That's why we went above and beyond with our stainless exhaust housing, increased the material, and is going to give you a guaranteed better performance without the risks that you would get from the factory K24 turbocharger.
The IPD 4T4 Turbo is designed to produce over 400 horsepower when packaged and tuned correctly. We will put this together in various combinations so that you can get what is correct for your car and the parts you already have. If you don't see a package that works correctly for your setup, feel free to give us a call.
Thanks for tuning in. Everybody at IPD is super excited that the 4T4 Turbo is available for your car. For more information, we will be hosting more videos and guidelines regarding the turbo and all the applications and supporting pieces for this product. Check it out on all of IPD's social media channels.